There's 3 lures you should always take fall bass fishing, and the first is a topwater popper. These lures are so fun to use because the fish just come up out of the water and explode to swallow the bait. They pop on the top of the water, cause a lot of commotion, and act like a little minnow. These baits have treble hooks, so you are going to want to use a softer rod. I prefer a spinning rod with some 15-pound braid and a 10-pound monofilament leader. The next lure is a big jig. Big jigs work so well in the fall because big fish want big meals before they go into hibernation for the winter. In the wintertime, these fish's metabolism slows down so they don't eat as much, so in the fall they try to bulk up and eat as much as possible. When you drag this big jig in front of a fish's mouth, it'll swallow it almost instantly. Using a jig could also be substituted with a big Texas rig like a crawfish right here. On this rod, you're going to want to use a medium heavy action bait caster or spinning rod. For this line, I would recommend 20-pound fluorocarbon or some 20-pound braid. And finally, one of my favorite lures is just a minnow imitation. Either a fluke style bait or a Kitech style bait works fantastic in the fall because the fish are feeding up on minnows. Just take one of these baits, put it on a Texas rig or a jig head, cast it along, and just jig it along the surface or along the bottom. Just reel it nice and slow, and you should get crushed by any size fish, and you should have a blast catching big fish and small fish all day. On this, I recommend a medium action spinning rod or a lighter bait caster. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and follow for more.